Okay. Oh,
Hi.
yay!
Yay, it's
Yay!
working!
Ah, woo! Woo!
Hey guys, and we are back from... How long have we been gone for?
For like forever, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Well, we're back, and this is gonna be part 2 of Fault Milestone 2 Side Above. It's been a while, so we probably have to recap and watch the first part again just to remember. But hope you guys like this. It's gonna be me and Isaiah
Hello.
voice acting, and from time to time during the parts we'll probably have the other Shugosha members voice act as well whenever they have time. So yeah,
Yep.
let us begin.
What?
Okay, so Flora?
Flora. Okay. Flora?
Oh,
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Demonic signature found on the Sky Terrace where wind lost us. We are absolutely certain of this.
but neither Rainvasta nor the princess is in the shelter.
Don't strain yourself.
Sorry. Are you accusing how do I say this?
Vastorka?
Vastoral cut of lying? Damn it, that's not what we're saying. Misha, watch your language. While military protocol is in effect, temporary or not, the headmaster is regent of Rosenheim.
We are suggesting that Vastor cat thing person is issuing falsities. Is that how I say it?
I think so. I
Okay.
think.
I think. I don't know. But still.
Regardless, this is reality, Serenade. 4 days have already passed since the attack. And yet, there is still no sign of the princess or Rainvasta. We must move on to our next course of action.
But sir, the remains of the princess have yet to be found. Just looking at the demonic signature shows quite clearly that 2 people were transported somewhere.
I am well aware. However, our most pressing matter is taking the next course of action. We've dealt on this issue for far too long. Right now, we must focus all our energies into this country's reconstruction.
Still, we should round up the remaining soldiers from the rear lines and form a search party.
Not happening. Who knows when those shadow soldiers will attack again? Taking away such valuable troops is out of the question. If that happened, that truly may be the end of this country. Those shadow soldiers pulled out once Selphine vanished. Why would they do that if their goal was to destroy Rosenheim? In the first place, what if Selphine and Trona are still alive? We can't just leave them to fend for themselves, damn it! Misha! At this stage, we have no choice but to assume that the princess has passed and moved on. We must defend our rear lines to the last man until King Vala returns. This is the best course of action for us. What good is sitting around here gonna do, you freaking coward? If there was an error in the Vectacraft, then there's a chance they were relocated somewhere else. What if they ended up someplace near here? It's pretty damn obvious that we need to go look for them now. I told you that this is out of the question. Right now, we need to... I'm going to round up every single one of the clocks? Clocks?
Clocks.
Clocks. And form a search party for Retona and Selphine. I'm sick of just sitting on my ass here. For the 100th time, that is out of the question. I will have the soldiers in the clocks locked down. Anyone who follows your lead will be severely punished. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to give up, even if I have to do it myself.
Rebel. Rebel. Misa! What? Stop!
Good grief. Such a belligerent rebel, that boy. Still, that fool might actually attempt to go around recruiting others to this cause. Despite his behavior, he is rather well liked. I know. Flora, I know you've got your hands full right now, but could you keep an eye on him? Make sure he doesn't do anything too foolish.
Understood. Why do I have to be the babysitter? Misa, you can't just behave like that in front of them. Just how long do you plan on acting like a kid?
I'm not a kid, alright? There's no way in hell I'm going to let anyone just kill off Retona or Selphine.
They just said they needed to maintain the status quo for now. I swear, once I think you've calmed down, why are you dragging me into another mess?
Heh, but at least now I can round up a search party without anything holding me back.
What? What?
If I tried something before causing that whole racket back there, they would have tried to step in and stop me.
So that's why you...
Being labeled a troublemaker sure has its benefits, eh? Just throw a little tantrum or two and they'll stay out of your hair, so to some extent. Next issue would be you, Flora.
Me?
Are you gonna stop me? If I've read this right, Miss Laura asked you to keep an eye on me. Which means, if you keep quiet, then I've got a certain amount of freedom to do what I want.
So, what's the plan? If you're going to just look around aimlessly, then give it up. I won't let you recruit anyone just to search at random.
Come on, even I'm not crazy enough to do that. And I'll only need one guy. He isn't even from the clock, so don't worry.
What are you up to?
I'm planning to talk with the Order of Rosegas.
Rosegas?
There's some people in that order who can take mana signatures apart and reverse engineer the craft used. Who knows, maybe they can analyze Retona's signature and figure out where they were transported to.
Nonsense. If you need an analysis, then the Knight's intelligence group can do that for you.
The Rusenhide Knighthood's intelligence group was formed just recently, right? For something like this, I think we need to bring in a specialist.
Just who do you think you are? The Knighthood's got the best info crafters in the entire alliance.
But do they have the results to prove it?
Well...
Retona's an idiot. That's why she's so capable. There's no way Retona would let the signature of a craft, as important as an escape route from the castle, be analyzed so easily.
Capable? Because she's an idiot?
I'm saying that there's no way any average crafter can reverse engineer the craft Retona used.
You may have a point there.
That said, I'm off to Griever Grounds.
Wait. Griever Grounds? That realization.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is Isn't that where the Union's most powerful mana crafters reside?
Yep. The Order of Rosigus is part of those powerful mana crafters.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just waltz in there. The war may have gone cold, but it goes without saying that they are the enemy of the Alliance. There are even rumors that the Union had a hand in the assault a few days ago.
The mana signature in the Sky Terrace is our only lead right now. Do you have any other options?
You can't. Even if it is you, I won't ever forgive anyone who asks for help from the Union.
Flora, this isn't the time for us to be picky about how we do this.
But still...
You know, Riggs? His uncle is from the Griever Grounds. He's actually a member of the Order of Rosigus.
No. No way!
But we haven't had any contact with him in ages. Still, don't tell anyone else about this. If anyone found out that someone in Rusenhide was from the Griever Grounds, well, it ain't gonna be pretty.
Since when have you known?
Since when? No, I forget.
Misha. Have you lost the ability to tell apart what can and can't be kept secret?
Flora. Riggs is a citizen of Rusenhide. He shouldn't have to suffer just because of his uncle.
Do you think I'm going to buy into such childish sense of justice?
No, I don't. I know you won't. That's why I kept my mouth shut. And I apologize for that. Sorry for keeping it a secret. But I'm begging you, Flora. We have a lead here. Please don't tell anyone about this. For Riggs. And for Ratona and Selphine.
That's exactly what worries me. Fine. On one condition.
What?
I want to talk with you and Riggs. Let's meet at Gate 3, tomorrow at noon.
Sure.
This isn't fair, Misha. You're always just... Ratona, Selphine, please be safe. I ship.
Look at this on the I don't know how to do this. Okay, well.
Captain, those might be the girls.
Oh?
Excuse us.
Oh my gosh, Ratona's face.
Oh my gosh, it looks dead.
Hey, over here, over here.
We have a reservation under Selvitz.
We've been waiting, and don't worry, we've already been informed. Hey, is she alright?
Well, she stayed up fairly late last night, so she's taking a short nap.
We're mana crafters.
Ratona?
Crafters? Thanks to an unfortunate chain of events, we've ended up using up all our mana. We must get to somewhere abundant in mana, and soon.
Yes. Please, we beg you. Can you have this ship depart right away?
Well, that's a little tough. We still have more than half the cargo to load. And we can't just up and leave without it all. Damn.
Cargo? Do you mean that stuff over there?
Yeah, there's a lot of, as you can see.
Alright. Let's get this all on board in 10 minutes. I'll lend a hand too.
Rune?
10 minutes? Miss, do you know how much a single craft weight?
Oh, that goes on.
Oh, hi.
Eh?
Where? Where should I put this? What in the...
No way. She's carrying that crate with her bare hands, all by herself?
Please, we're in a hurry here.
Hey, you, show her the way.
Aye, sir.
Rune?
Aye, aye, Captain, sir. Ritona, do you have a moment?
Sure.
I just spoke with the ship's captain. He told me that it will take about 4 hours to reach an area in the ocean called a swap point. At that point, residents from the Interpol will switch places with the crew and continue the rest of the voyage. Mono will be present from there on, so we just need to hold out for another 4 hours.
Is that so? Good to hear. 4 hours from now. I think I can handle that. I'm feeling so lightheaded. I'm fine. The fatigue's just hit me now that we're safe. More importantly, Rune, there's a lot of things I need to discuss with you. There's no need to hide anything from you now. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I'll be glad to answer all of them.
Are you sure? We can save this for later, you know?
No, it's fine. I just need some fresh air. Mind if we take this discussion outside?
No, not at all. So, I hate to bring this up all of a sudden, but... Are you and Sally really from the kingdom of Rosenheid? Sally is really a princess, and you're really her guardian?
Yes. Just days ago, we were attacked by Milano's subordinates. Cornered, Selphine and I made use of an emergency craft to escape to a neighboring country's shelter. But it didn't work as expected. When we emerged, we were deep inside Karia's forest. What caused it to go wrong, I don't know.
I had no idea.
It would have spelled trouble if people found out who we were, so we chose to keep it secret. Sorry, Rune. This isn't how I wanted to tell you of our true identities.
Oh, don't be silly.
What do you mean?
You were in such dire straits, and you still made time to help me out. I'm just so grateful. How could I ever repay you?
Haha. That was nothing, Rune. We're dear friends now. There's no need for you to apologize for every little thing.
Ritona! Thank you. By the way, just what happened to Sally back in the forest?
Rune, among the Interpol's monarchies, there's something called the Path Down. Do you know anything about it?
No, not the specifics.
Alright. Royalty can use a special kind of craft. Through a certain ritual, their their descendants, or in some cases, those who are deemed fit to succeed to the throne, inherit all of their knowledge and experience. This craft is called the Path Down. A path down that continues for many generations is a symbol of prosperity and unity with the people. It's one of the cornerstones of our culture.
But she said she was the 9th generation. Isn't that a really long time?
Indeed it is. About 350 years have already passed.
So that means Sally has 350 years worth of knowledge and experience stored inside her?
Dang, girl.
What?
That it does.
But what does that have to do with her changing personality?
Strictly speaking, the path down is composed of 2 phases. The first is transfer. In this phase, all the memories, knowledge, wisdom, and experiences are directly transferred to the successor. The time this takes is proportional to the memories being transferred. Each will take about 1 year.
Each person?
Yes, each past ruler. Having turned 14 this year, Selphine has completed the transfer of the mana from her father, King Valar, for a total of 8 rulers. She began the transfer phase when she was 6 years old, so the first phase is mostly complete. Next, after transfer, is the breaking in phase. This phase consists of the memories and experiences which were transferred into their subconscious, fusing with their conscious mind.
It doesn't sound like something you can do in an instant.
Of course not. This is hundreds of years of experience and information transferred in just a mere 8. Fusing the transferred mana too quickly will result in the successor's ego being overridden by the past rulers. That's why time is needed to slowly assimilate the information stored in the subconscious into the successor's consciousness.
I see.
Now, as for the Empress Syndrome that manifested earlier, when a successor who hasn't finished the breaking in phase is exposed to extreme danger, the consciousness of a past ruler can resurface. You could say that it's a phenomenon that occurs out of instinct, arising from the need for self-preservation. No, the preservation of the path down.
Is that so?
That being said, there's a tendency for the situation to influence which past ruler appears. The one you saw earlier was Ruzenhide's second ruler, Queen Riken Ruzenhide. Of all 9 generations of Ruzenhide's monarchs, she was the most ruthless and bloodthirsty. On the battlefield, we'd never had a strategist as exceptional as her. She was the one who forged Ruzenhide into a kingdom that other countries feared. Her skill as a battlecrafter was also second to none, or so I hear.
She really had a commanding presence, huh? Ah, that's right. About that Empress Syndrome.
What is it?
Whenever it happens, where does Sully's own personality go? Basically, there are 8 other personalities inside her, and they take over based on the situation, right? So, I guess it's something like having multiple personalities?
Well, not quite. It's somewhat similar, but fundamentally different. That was Selphine herself, but her personality was composed of Queen Regan's experiences, knowledge, and so on. So actually, Selphine had a clear sense of self. That's why, after the Syndromes episode, she was crying and apologizing. She was sorry for the way she'd spoken, for ordering me to do certain things, both of which she would never have done as her true self.
It sounds like someone who had too much alcohol and went on a drunken rampage.
What the heck?
Best way to put it.
She was drunk. That was quite the inappropriate analogy. Well, I guess it is similar with how one would seriously regret doing something one would normally never do. I can't speak for Selphine here, but I think it's much scarier than that. When totally drunk, your personality only changes slightly, because your thought processes and judgment are impaired. But Empress Syndrome is different and totally incomparable. Your morals, your sense of right and wrong, personality and mannerisms, they all clearly change in an instant. Never having experienced it myself, I can't imagine what that would feel like.
Sally. Are there any adverse effects?
There shouldn't be any. At least as long as she's in an area with mana. Though the experience is physically draining, enough to cause her to lose consciousness once she returns. All we can do for now is let her rest. By the way, Rune, I've got a question of my own.
Huh? Yes. What is it?
How, just how strong are you?
How strong? Oh, are you referring to the incident with the cargo earlier? Sorry for such an unsightly display.
Not slightly? Not at all. Well, I was just really taken aback. Just where does all that strength come from in that delicate body of yours?
Well, my body was based off the machines used in the mining work, so I have quite a lot of power. I'm also designed to be able to survive any dangerous environments. Thanks to that, any blows or slashes would have to be pretty dang strong before they can even so much as scratch me.
Ah. I remember the incident in the tavern, so that's why...
Well, if I had to put a number to it, that's pretty tough.
Good point. It's not exactly something we can easily express in figures.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to express how strong you are. For example, hitting or throwing something.
True enough. Alright, I'll be blunt. How good are you in a fight? How many people can you take on at once?
How many people? Do you mean a fight with normal people? Unarmed?
Yes, that's right. How else could she have taken that?
What do you see? Let me think. Well, I've never been in a real fight before, so I can't say this with full confidence. But maybe I can handle up to 10 adult men?
What? Huh?
Oh, but if 10 people try to pin me down at once, I might not be able to lift them all off me.
That's what she meant? I was referring to an actual fight, not just lifting them like weights.
Well, if it was just a fist fight, I'm pretty sure that I would win. Hands down. Yeah!
Oh god.
I doubt any normal human being would be able to take me apart.
Is that so?
But yes, I have enough strength built into me to crush boulders and bend steel.
Is she Superwoman or something?
I know, right? But I don't know anything about actual fighting, so I can't be sure until I get into an actual scuffle.
Your vision is also quite impressive. How are you able to track Milano's movements?
About that. My eyes have these things called cameras installed. If I concentrated, I could see motion at a rate of 20,000 frames per second.
Oh my god.
OP.
Okay, she needs to get nerfed.
I couldn't hold my concentration like that for more than 5 or 6 seconds though.
Frames?
Well, the minimum frame rate for capturing motion will be 24 frames per second, and, well, let me put it this way. Well, this is a pretty extreme example, but when you fire a gun, let's just say I can see it moving out of the muzzle really, really slowly.
Oh my god. What? Are you some kind of monster?
Monster? That's not a nice way to put it.
Oh. Yaratona, gosh.
Gosh.
No, wait a minute. If she can see all that, then... does that mean you can catch a bullet in midair?
Well, I can't say for sure. It'll be tough if the conditions aren't right. But as long as there's enough distance, I can see when the shooter pulls the trigger. I think I can do it.
That's rather hard to believe.
I know, right? Ah!
Huh?
Well then, how about I do a little demonstration?
What do you mean?
Let me just...
Rune digs around in the purse she has with her as she talks and takes out a coin.
Please take this coin. And throw it straight at me as hard as you can.
What?
Don't worry, I'll make sure to catch it.
Rune hands me the coin. It's one of the considerably heavier ones that Kadia's circulating. I wonder what would happen if I really did throw something small and heavy like a coin at someone with full force. Rune should barely be able to avoid it. Still, catching it in mid-air? Even if it is possible, it will be very difficult to pull off.
You can throw the coin from anywhere you like. Just let me know when you're ready.
Is she serious? I moved back a short distance away from Rune. Is this far enough? I stood around 2 body lengths away from Rune just in case anything were to happen.
No need to go that far, but this is alright.
This is far? There's no way this could possibly be considered far. Hey, Rune, are you sure about this? You won't get hurt if I accidentally hit you, will you?
Relax, Ratona. That little coin isn't going to do anything.
Alright.
Don't mind me. Just throw it, and don't hold back.
Here I go. I took a pitching stance, focusing all my power, and hurled the coin at Rune. Whoosh! Snatch! What? I aimed at her thigh so that if something did go wrong, it wouldn't hurt as much.
Ta-da!
Rune opens her right hand, revealing the coin I'd just thrown. What was that just now? It all happened so quickly that I wasn't able to see it very well, but one thing was clear. Judging by the timing of her movements, it would be the natural conclusion. Rather than reacting to my movements, it looked as if Rune moved in sync with me. I know I shouldn't be thinking this, but the way she moved was disturbing. Almost inhuman. Not that she was human in the first place.
Try throwing 10 coins at once this time.
10? 10 coins at once? How could you catch all of those? The coins would scatter all over if I threw that 10 at once. She couldn't possibly catch all of those.
It's alright, Ratona. Just try and see.
Come on, there's no way she could catch these. This time I take out 10 coins from my own purse, and naturally those coins were of different sizes and weights. Are you really sure you want to do this, Rune?
I'm sure. This'll be easy.
Here I go.
Ready when you are.
1, 2, 3! That is just downright scary. I couldn't even see her arms anymore.
I caught all 10 of them.
Practically invincible.
Oh, not at all. I saw you throwing the coins, so I was able to react. I wouldn't be able to predict sneak attacks. There have also been cases where my body would stop moving if I forced myself too hard. Besides, if I ended up having to fight with my fellow sisters, I'm pretty sure I'd lose.
I see. I've forgotten that there are others like Rune.
Being a prototype, the production models after me should have been much better mechanical abilities.
And Claudia's alright with things like those just roaming the streets?
Also, and this is just speculation, But I'd be in big trouble if someone used Monocraft against me. I run on mana, so if the flow of mana inside me was to be disrupted, who knows what could happen.
Is that so? Rune, I'm going to tell you right now, this is no ordinary journey.
It sure isn't.
Milano left those parting words, but regardless, Selphine and I must return to Rosenheide. For its sake. And the sake of its people, who look forward to seeing their Princess Selphine crowned queen after completing the path down. Although we left Katia on the premise of travel, this must be too much of a burden for you. If, at any point in our travels, you want to go your own way, we...
Ratona? It's only thanks to you and Sally that I was able to be free like this. Dangers or not. If this journey can serve as some way to repay both of you, then so be it.
Rune. That's right. Alright, let me ask you once more. Can we count on you, both as a fighter and as a friend dear to us?
I'm still completely clueless on how to fight, so I might end up being useless when it comes down to it. But with you guiding me, Ratona, I think I can be of some help. I'll give it my very best. This much I can promise you.
Rune replied with such enthusiasm, so much that I'd almost forgotten she was a machine. This reaffirmed that she truly was an irreplaceable friend.
At the very least, leave anyone who tries anything funny with you to me. I'll knock them to the kingdom come. I'll give them a good old rune punch.
I'm holding you to that. Not to sound like a broken record, but it'll be a pleasure traveling with you, Rune.
Likewise. Oh. Oh!
What's the matter?
I just realized. I still haven't thought of a nickname for you, Ratona.
What?
It's not fair that only Sally gets a nickname.
Oh gosh.
Please, Ratona, I like to be friendly with you through calling you by your nickname.
Just what kind of logic is that? I really don't mind, but it's going to be hard shortening my name any further.
You make a good point. What can we do with Ratona? Ratona... Rito... Ritty... Rinny... Ritoni...
You can stop now.
Aha! I've got it! What about Ritz? Yes, I do believe I got that myself. Ritz! Isn't that a cute nickname? Ritzy!
Oh my god! Let's just stick to Ritona.
Aww. Really is a good one.
Rennie!
Oh. Really?
Whoa. What's all this about? Flora. I can't do a deep voice with... Flora.
Flora. That's good enough.
Don't tell me you're planning on to come with us.
And what if I am?
Look, if you come along with me, do you think Laura and the headmaster are going to take it lying down? You've got your own job to do too. What about that?
This from someone who's abandoned his work, even when the Grand Kitchen is already short on staff.
That's not a problem. I already told Chef Miri before I left. I have permission.
So do I.
What?
Done!
What?
I've already dealt with it.
Wait a second. What do you mean by that, Flora? Don't tell me you...
Flora,
I can't.
Is it alright for a relative of the royal family to leave the country at a time like this?
Aren't you worried about yourself?
Worried?
My being here means that I've already notified Laura and the others about your background, right?
We all live our lives doing the things we think are right. It would be wrong for me to resent you because of the actions you've taken. That aside, Flora. Now that you know the truth of my family, do you view me any differently from before?
Of course not. Is what I like to say. I desperately want to, from the bottom of my heart. But now, I don't even know what to think anymore.
Damn it. Damn it, Flora. That's enough, Misha. I knew it was only a matter of time before I would be exposed. Flora.
I can't.
I'm very grateful for the days I've spent in the kingdom of Rosenheim. There hasn't been a single day I've lived here that I haven't appreciated, because I've never experienced peace like I have here in Rosenheim. If my peaceful life was brought to an abrupt halt, I wouldn't have any regrets. Or so I thought until just the other day. Now, I'm having second thoughts. I realized that there was something I could do for Rosenheim. My uncle, a member of the Order of Rosigis. Maybe they could find the whereabouts of Princess Elfine and Ratona. Flora. Let me have this chance to give something back to this kingdom. This might be the only thing I can give back to the kingdom that has given me so much.
You haven't changed at all. Still so foolishly earnest. Look, haven't I already told you?
Huh?
I said I was going to go with you. Besides, how did you expect to get through the checkpoints leading out of the Alliance?
The checkpoints? I have all my papers and documentation though.
Every single checkpoint in the Alliance is on complete lockdown right now. You'd have to be pretty high-ranking official if you want to get through.
Are you serious?
Isn't that much obvious? Think about the situation we're in right now. The kingdom of Rosenheim was attacked. Do you have any idea just how preposterous this idea would have been before the attack?
Get off my back, Flora. Of course I do.
No. No, you don't. Listen, Misha. 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 There are throngs of those shadow soldiers just roaming the kingdom's borders. The only thing the two of you will accomplish is getting yourselves killed.
Flora, just how much do you plan on talking down to me? We may be nowhere near as capable in fighting as battlecrafters like you, but those are just remnants of the assault force. They won't be moving around in groups. We're not going to get taken down by just one or two stray soldiers.
Too naive, Misha. Those things broke through both our front and rear lines with a force of just over 100 or so. Sorry to say this, but even Riggs wouldn't stand a chance against even one of those. You and the rest of the kitchen crew probably wouldn't know since you all evacuated to the shelter. But, Misha, it took 2 Tricrafters just to take down a single one of those shadow soldiers.
What? 2 Tricrafters? You've gotta be kidding me. No, wait. That doesn't make sense. According to the surveillance mana, Rotona took out 4 of those things while fighting that snotty blonde pigtailed kid, and she only took a split second. How could 2 Tricrafters struggle to take down a single Shadow Soldier?
This isn't some drawn-out stage play.